Blooming Rising TV, Manchester City 1, Stoke. I just got it the wrong way around. Steve was laughing because I just told him they'd won. 1-0, 6-0 on aggregate. I don't know who this chancer is. Joe Hart's last game, he's just watched it maybe. What do you reckon?
Do you know what? I get the whole decision with the whole Hart thing, but I'll be honest, I was sat there and I was watching Joe Hart. I got emotional. It's weird seeing this player that we've been so attached to for such a long time, and it got to me. Like, I got actual goosebumps. I felt quite sad. I nearly cried. I'm a 30-year-old bloke, and I was sat there in the stadium. But do you know what, Joe? If you do leave, mate, it was nice seeing them sat there tonight, seeing the fans care that much for someone. And do you know what? It felt like a little bit. I was sat with my dad, and he said he felt like a testimonial for Joe Hart the whole game, and I would agree with that. It felt like it didn't feel like a competitive football game. It felt like a tribute to one man. And I'm so glad he played tonight. I'd have been absolutely gutted if he does leave, if he didn't get one chance to say farewell to the fans, because he was constantly reacting to all the fans, all the chants.
Yeah.
He was waving to him. He even did a little samba dance at one point. And it's going to be weird in a post-Joe Hart world, because he does care about this club, and that much was evident to me tonight.
It's too much of a thing, isn't it, the fact that Bravo's arrived today in Manchester and that Pep has chosen today to play Joe Hart. I mean, surely that says that that's his last game.
It looks, Pep is like, if he's got his own choice, but he's an intelligent man, and he's an emotional man as well. You know, he's Latin, he's got a lot of temperament. He understands the sentimentality between fans and players. He would know how much this means to Hart tonight to play. He would know how much it means to people like myself and the rest of the fans and all of us to see him one last time instead of sat on the bench behind someone who was his second choice last year. The fact that he played tonight, it's a smart move. If he is to go, I feel really lucky to be there and actually see him, wave to the fans. He stood in the centre circle for ages, and he waved to all corners of the stadium, and it felt like his send-off. And I'm glad that I was there to see it personally, because because I get it, and I'd accepted the fate a long time ago. But actually seeing it, I didn't realise how much it hit me when I saw it. It was emotional.
It's almost some sort of a bit of sadness in the fact that Joe Hart, well, not sadness, but in the fact that Joe Hart, almost in the first half anyway, you could see him playing in the sort of Pep style. He was kicking it out, a couple of like stud rolls, playing it out from the back. You just thought, is it too little, too late? Or
it was. Well, do you know what? Fair play to his professionalism, man. There was a lot of sweeper keeper stuff. He was getting cheered everything.
I wanted him to just welly it over the top.
There was one song with someone, he'll pass when he wants. He'll pass when he wants. He's Joe Hart. He'll pass when he wants. I love that. That was amazing. And that's what I love about City fans, that kind of really dour humour. Accepting the fate. But one positive for me, though, was the youth. I was happy about that.
Yeah, we saw quite a bit of that, didn't we? We saw, particularly in the second half,
Yeah, like I've gone to a lot of the academy games, and I've been crying out to see some of them actually used when necessary. Last year, I sat and watched Pellegrini bring on Dan Michaelis when we were 3-0 up, and Manny Garcia sat on the bench. Stuff like that has been driving me mad for a long time now. And tonight, as soon as we could, we had a debutant at right back, and he did all right, Maffeo. You know, he looked a little bit nervy because he's a kid making his debut. But he's fine. If he made his debut, he would not have started last season, I guarantee you. And then as soon as we scored the first goal, with 35 minutes left or even more, I can't remember, but Angelino, and then a young man lad, Tosin Adebayo, came on.
Right.
We saw a young lad, local one, he's been at our academy since he was a kid. Come on, playing the Champions League, and that was amazing. I love that. Who else would have changed it? Who else would have brought? Well, he definitely would have been Pellegrini. He wouldn't.
No, Pellegrini wouldn't have done that.
Pellegrini has his plus points, but he wouldn't have done that today.
I think that shows that Pep's got a lot of confidence in the rest of the team, and B, a lot of confidence in youth players, and it's not like Pep's picked a youth player that he's championing. We've seen a few of them rotating around,
on the
haven't
bench
we?
as well. You even thought, I don't need to have Caballero on the bench, because if Hart needs to go off for whatever reason, if you've got an injury, thought, no, I'll bring a kid on who deserves to go as well. So it was even that, a little gesture there. A lot of things like that, I like it, and that's forward thinking, and we've missed that refreshing attitude for a long time. So.
And another thing we've missed, which is something that you'll have all seen today, whether you watched it on TV or whether you're at the ground, is Pep's passion and the amount of arm waving. I was watching him and thinking, there's a little gif, there's a little vine. His arms are going round. He looked like disco dancing at one point.
When Angelino came on, he kissed him on the back of the neck and pushed him off like that. He's like a proper fatherly figure.
Yeah, that's what you want to see, isn't it? Worrying Kelechi, that's a worry, isn't it?
Yeah, fingers crossed. Apparently, he passed out, didn't he?
That's what it looked like. A few people saying that. Yeah, his eyes rolled back a bit.
So it's hard to see, but fingers crossed he's all right.
So if he's out for 4 or 5 weeks with a pull or whatever, we've got to rely on Aguero staying fit.
What could go wrong? What could possibly go wrong?
And then Wilfred Bonny's in again.
He's
not going to West Ham after all.
False 9.
All right, Blooming Rising TV. Subscribe below, guys.